jungle.
Welcome to my Reedtimmer Fall Tour 2025 experience in Abilene, Texas video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe as it helps a lot. I'm trying to set a goal for 500 subscribers before the year's end. Anyways, enjoy the video. I arrived in Abilene, Texas on September 20th, 2025 at the Paramount Theater for Reedtimmer's 2025 Fall Tour venue. This was part and still part of a 5-month tour across the central and eastern United States. About 20 minutes before I went to the theater for the event, I gathered footage of the glorious tornado tank, Dominator 3, built by Reedtimmer's crew in 2013. Dominator 3 is built to possibly withstand winds of over 200 miles per hour inside a tornado. Yep. You're good. Nah, it doesn't have ham radios in it. However, I think they did install like a new computer system to the center console. Yeah, they did. 250 or 350? I think this is a 350 pickup.
I'd say with all this extra weight, it's probably a 350.
Yeah, and it's a Super Duty truck too, so it needs a horsepower. The glare on this is annoying.
I'm surprised the glass is not thicker on that.
Oh, it is thick.
That's probably
Because this is the plexiglass.
Plexiglass.
It is, yeah.
It is thick, yeah, because you can see the.
It has to be.
Yep, it is.
What the heck is that honking about? It's like someone is excited or. Oh, what the dude's deal was who was honking the vehicle. I continued to gather footage of Dominator 3. It's almost time to go in for the theater. I got one quick selfie of myself before going in. After that, I then went into the theater. I waited for about maybe 10-15 minutes, and then 7 p.m. hit, and the event started.
Would you just look around at your neighbors? There are so many people here. I love it. We are so glad that you came, by the way. My name is George Levesque. I get to work here at the Paramount Theater, which is a great place. And we do all kinds of stuff. We do movies and concerts. We do ballet. We do opera. We do all kinds of stuff. And we were talking about this Reedtimmer guy is a big deal. Should we bring him to the Paramount? And, yeah. In my life, I should have invested in Team Dominator t-shirts. There's so many in here, I love it. Got a lot of fans. I want to tell all of you, every single one of you in here who bought a ticket, thank you for coming and supporting theater, supporting a guy coming in with a weather talk and talking about what's important. We appreciate you guys so much. And I have one more huge thank you, and that is, when we were talking about doing this, we We weren't 100%. And I said, well, let me call my friends. So I called Mark and the guys at Water Residential Roofing. They have been supporting us since 2017. And I said, Mark, what do you think? And he goes, let's do it. And so them sponsoring this tonight is the only reason it happened. So thank you, Water Residential. This. Reedtimmer is a really nice guy, which is just really awesome to say, because you know, not every single celebrity you bring out here is. He is fantastic. He is ready. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Reedtimmer.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me here in Abilene. There's 60 tornadoes across northwestern Texas. And by you guys coming out to the Dominate the Storm show tonight, you are supporting our science mission. And we plan to go big next year, launching rockets into tornadoes, air cannons, FPV drones with lawn dart probes, and we're all going to stream that data live so we can get a real-time tornado intensity estimate. We've got the Dominator 3 parked outside. That's actually my daily driver now. That's right, I've been doing the Dominator there. And we actually have spikes that go into the ground, just like the movie Twisters. Nobody ever puts on the safety harnesses. We're going in, guys. We're going in. This is 2024 near Custer City, Oklahoma. You can see the inflow feeding into it. That's how you know you're in the path of the tornado anytime you get that easterly inflow. Wow. Water window. Window's up. Coming down. Tree coming up. We have a backup plan. If the hydraulics fail, then we bury the car in the ditch. That decreases its relative height compared to the ground around it. Watch the left edge here. See it emerge from the rain. The computer's frozen! Window's still down though. I'm blowing up the windows down because I can hear everything and you can see better through the window and get all the smells. There's the left edge. Anytime you get that smooth, crisp left edge of a tornado, you know it's really strong. Rapid rain. And I thought this is the worst case scenario where the tornado would occlude or rope out right on top of us. So we put the car in the ditch here. The hard part is getting out of the ditch after end your chase. You can't move now, guys. Guys, this is not good right here. Oh my God! There's the left edge. Coming right in. This way. Right there. But it did end up roping out basically just to the west of the road. We probably had 110-mile-per-hour winds there, and then we missed the tornado after that because we had to get towed out of the ditch. But now we have a tornado just south of Lawrence, Kansas. We launched about 3 miles to the south of Lawrence. It was a rain ramp tornado, May 28, 2019. And you can see the inflow notch right into there. You can almost see the notch in the cloud. You can see the clear slot wrapping around it. It's rotating hard. It's coming right at us. Clear slot just has rain in there as well. No countdown. I just hit the red button. And I actually saw the rocket go into the tornado. The parachute popped, and then it got pulled right into the vortex. Parachute popped out 400 feet above the ground. Hold on, stop. I got it. That's the receiver, that Tupperware container. Oh my God. It's all the live data coming in at one time a second. And the tornado just crossed the road to the south, and then it's visible to the east. That's Mark reading out the altitude of the sensor above the ground. You're at 18,000 feet. The rocket's at 18,000 feet there. And then we lost connection to to it. We had the live streaming data up to about 18,000 feet, and we thought we lost that sensor forever, so we posted a picture of the parachute on Facebook, and in 15 minutes somebody found it. And it fell down 30 miles away from where we launched it in a church, front yard of a church in Leavenworth, Kansas. Matt and Jeremy down there found it, so I flew out there and recovered the sensor. And then we got the whole entire data, the 10 times a second data throughout the entire trajectory. That red is the rocket launch, and then the parachute popped about 400 feet above the ground and got pulled into the tornado, and it reached speeds of 190 miles an hour right over US Highway 59 there, which makes sense. We had EF3 damage along the road there, then EF4 damage just to the northeast. And it went around the tornado twice, then did a 130 mile per hour updraft into the mesocyclone, and then rode the rotating updraft up to 30,000 feet before falling down to the left. The low-level jet, I think, deflected it north like that. But we also measured 113.5 millibar pressure fall above ground inside of that tornado, so that's our goal, is to get the three-dimensional X-ray of thermodynamics and wind of the tornado. So for many years, I actually didn't have access to a Dominator. That's why I was in a Subaru and rental cars. And my good friend Sean Schofer, that had the Dominator since 2012, he went through a divorce, and there's a lot of times opportunity found in divorce, so I was able to get the Dominator back. And that's why we've been intercepting tornadoes nonstop since 2023. And this is our first direct intercept in many years. And we were able to use the Dominator 3 for what it's intended.
Big time tornado, guys. Yeah, it's right there.
This is the northwest mover too. Which is different. Usually move west to east. This is on the north side of an upper level low.
Protected in the armored research vehicle, Dominator 3, the team prepares to drive into the tornado. Headed by team leader Reedtimmer, their goal is to use a subsonic sensor to measure the mysterious pressure drops inside.
That's what causes the concussion-like symptoms.
The vehicle's armor and anchoring system will be put to the test, as will the drone pilot of Jordan Hall.
Your drone's going in, right? Okay.
But they need to time everything perfectly.
Not from going a little bit. Hold on. When they come in.
For Reed, it's a rare opportunity, over 20 years in the making.
I'm already to the north side. 1 mile? Right.
Had to go west and south to get to it.
Here, let's go. We're just gonna get it perfectly here. Throw it in there! You're gonna do it side.
The storm is part of a larger system that looks like a hurricane. And this particular storm is highly
See that move northwest?
moving east to west. And
So this is in the path of the tornado. The perfect deployment with spikes in the ground, hydraulics flush, and watch the cedar trees flowing through the air, and there was even a couch that went by the car. You can see the front of the tornado, the northerlies. He's trying to lift up the back of the Dominator. Here comes the couch. There it is. This is the front of the tornado. Watch the eye in the middle, everything stops. And then the back wall of the tornado comes through. And you can feel the Dominator bounce up and down the entire time. And the intense pressure fall that gives you the concussion-like symptoms. We drove around for 2 hours after this trying to look for our
dead center
monitor.
recording the data inside the tornado. The first intercept by a woman in the Dominator. And a highly photogenic
See the
storm.
clear spot around it?
That's what you think.
You can see the spikes fully deployed. But it was this pressure fall that caused a lot of confusion, mental confusion, and we think that it has a physiological impact on the brain that's similar to a concussion. Still struggling to get oxygen to the brain.
That is hilarious.
So 2025 was a crazy year. This tornado in Gary, South Dakota actually broke the Dominator 3, and I was trying to intercept this. I thought it was moving more northerly, and if you watch the left edge of the tornado, you see it starts to move across your field of view. That's how you know you're in a relative safe spot next to a tornado when it's moving across your field of view. Then you can videotape it, you can drive into the hail core, blow your windows out, or do whatever you want to do. But if it's not moving side to side, that means it's probably coming at you or moving directly away. And in this one, I overshot it a little bit and had to do a 3-point turn right in front of the tornado and then came in from the backside. But then like 40 Toyota RAV4s just came out of nowhere and ended up backing into one of them. I barely felt it when I backed into them and grabbed onto their bumper, and then we dragged their bumper like 600 feet.
Oh.
He's a good friend of mine, Connor Croft, so we just got a new plastic bumper. But here you can see all the condensation. I like to pan up to see where the tornado meets at cloud base. A lot of times you can see that clear slot. See when you're looking straight up at a tornado, that little clear air that wraps around the inflow air. And look at how quickly that wind was moving in there. Probably an EF5 tornado. It just didn't hit anything at peak intensity. It was rated EF3. And I like it to be on the other side of the tornado when the sun shines in the funnel and lights it up bright white like this. And on either side of the tornado, you have inflow jets near the ground called ghost trains. And on the back side of this tornado, we had about 140 mile per hour ghost train inflow. And I jammed the brake to the ground, or jammed the brake to the floor with the Dominator 3, and it was still pulling us across the road. It bent our mirrors out, the hood was about to rip open. But this tornado was a lot bigger than what the condensation funnel shows. A lot of times the wind will extend out a little bit from the tornado. But to intercept this one, we really needed to be east of it, probably anchored in that ditch, and we might have been able to handle that tornado. But you can see how quickly the winds were going at the base. But Will has been working for the last 2 months to get the Dominator 3 ready for these shows. And he's also going to build a new hood on it. We're going to have a red camera on the roof that has meteorological instruments built in so that we can get high resolution imagery of the tornadoes. And this one happened in late June near Spiritwood, North Dakota. And we were live streaming this tornado, and there was a family in a farmhouse just to the north of our position right here that was watching the live stream. And initially the tornado wobbled to the southeast and crossed the railroad tracks, and they thought they were going to be okay. So they're like, thank goodness. But then the tornado intensified into a barrel, turned off to the northeast while they were watching the stream, and they're like, oh no, it's going to hit us. So they went down into the basement, and the whole family went into one of the rooms down there and barricaded themselves up against the door, and the whole house was shredded above them, debris coming underneath the door. And we ended up pulling up to the farmhouse to do search and rescue, and pulled them out of the basement completely unharmed. But their house was totally destroyed, unfortunately. But this is that tornado. Your Spiritwood, North Dakota. You can hear that roar of the tornado. A lot of times a bigger tornado will have a lower frequency rumble to it, and a smaller tornado will have a higher frequency roar, so you can almost tell the shape and size of the tornado based on the sound of it. That's our live stream. Ideally, we'd be shooting rockets into this, and we'd have a real-time intensity estimate. You can say, oh, we got an EF4 tornado here coming from your town. And we detonate something in there so we can shut it down one day. You would think all tornado research should end with tornado dissipation on some level, but I do think that tornadoes are important for heat transport in our planet. If we got rid of tornadoes, got rid of complex storms, and especially hurricanes, we got more problems. But this is probably an EF5 tornado at peak intensity here.
After the venue, I went outside to get a bit more footage of Dominator 3. What I expected to be just a few minutes turned into 30 minutes of my dream coming true.
Just keep you from sliding.
Have you chased too? Have you chased?
I've been in everything this year, yeah.
Oh yeah?
I sit in the back.
I think I've seen you on the live streams as
I
well.
launched all the rockets and do the drone flying.
I thought so.
And toward the later part of the season, I ran the live stream because our camera guy left and to go film Swamp People or something.
Huh.
This thing gets in the tornado.
How high do
They blow away.
It'll get
What?
pushed
I
around.
wonder
We've
how high
got
those
stuff in a
drones go.
circle.
It's gone pretty high.
Yeah, I know they look like they're really high.
I mean, they've gone about at least halfway above the tornado, so I'm pretty sure. Wait, it's going with the engine?
Drops to the ground. Yeah, so this rubber will
Good thing we didn't leave
drop
yet,
all
Dad.
the way down.
Good thing we didn't leave.
Underneath it.
Yeah, the doors right there. Whatever.
We have spikes.
I'm not gonna get too close, but just want to get.
Yeah, you can slide around. Yeah, we've talked about it, but they're just those are hard to do.
Won't be surprised if it's got some dirt smell in it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have a 6-inch thick windshield, a bulletproof windshield on it.
I mean, it might as well be. It's polycarbonate, but it's not.
Yeah,
glass.
it's supposed to withstand.
These marks
debris.
are from power lines right here. Yeah. And the same day, that's what this mark is from. But that's a
Rub potato on it.
3/8 of an inch thick.
The starch will help. Hydraulic systems as well. Cause aren't these doors like 800 pounds?
The outer skin and what?
Yeah, so yeah, you can see the original door skin here, and then that's all added on. So
It's like a
that's the
1/4 inch
mechanical
steel.
for the second window, and then there's on the outside of the original skin there's Kevlar.
And then you got this.
Kevlar lining.
It's like 1/4 inch bulletproof armor.
How much extra weight
The
is
side
this?
mirror got ripped off in one of them.
I mean, so the vehicle itself normally,
I think it was Dominator.
cab and chassis would weigh
Side
right
mirror got ripped off in that one
around
house.
6,000 pounds. And this is weighing
Pretty sure the tree hit it and then it got torn off.
It doubles.
Pounds less than
Yeah, it's a Ford F-single wheel. 2012. Yeah, all airbags.
Huh?
All airbags.
Oh, that's what these flaps are for. They can easily like access them if the tire pops. Because these flaps open because they're just bolted down so debris doesn't get under them. So like, this is like what, like 2 tons or something?
More than that. So it's 13,000 pounds.
13,000 pounds. That's like 7 tons. That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's a little more than twice the weight of it. What it is in the stock drive.
Reed drives during chases. I've driven during a few chases, but
That's
and then I drive a lot between from place to place.
Yeah.
It's quite an honor to be honest. It's like this is like one of the most beautiful vehicles I've ever seen.
You get a lot of questions about it.
Yeah,
You have a-
especially gas stations. If we pull in a gas station, we'll be there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, because everybody's like, it's the Dominator! Like, all these chasers just want to talk to Reed, but, like, you gotta understand that he needs to chase, and you all need to, don't follow him.
How does it handle that? Down
It
the
drives like a
highway?
regular pickup. It drives like a regular pickup.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How much roll does this got?
13.5 mile a gallon.
Not too bad.
It's got a,
That's better than I thought.
it's
Yeah,
got
that's not
a,
bad.
got a 45-gallon tank in it. So
Does it?
the hood does. The whole vehicle or the hood? Yeah, so it's actually all the way up right now. It'll go up a couple more inches if you tell it to, but
So do you have to go like really slow?
no, I mean it's
There's the button.
you can drive it or whatever, but it's a base. It's all.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna, well, I can easily freeze frame, but I should get some photos too.
On my dashboard.
It is. Why did we choose it? Because you got heavier original axles.
I'm not gonna step in it because I don't want to get in trouble. But
Yeah, no,
I'm just gonna.
I want to ask them and everything.
Kind of, yeah.
Huh?
Take a picture in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where's the bear in the truck?
Oh wow.
Bear's in the truck.
This you can still do this. I'm glad we stayed. Stayed. Sorry.
What?
I'm glad we stayed. I almost said slayed. Quite an opportunity. Hopefully this next year I'll get the VIP pass. Aiming for next year. Here, yeah, I'm gonna sit in it. Here, I'm gonna put this down. Second.
Doing this tour stuff, our new camera system right now. We're taking the rocket launcher off of it and putting a big camera on it.
It's gonna be a completely 360 camera, right?
Yeah, but the camera will be able to launch rockets too. So
Oh, that's cool.
I integrated it into the camera.
That's amazing. What's your name again?
The Dominator 3.
What's your name again?
Will.
Will? Good to meet you. After that, the event was over, and I went back home. Even though I didn't get to meet Reedtimmer himself, I still got to enjoy this experience, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. Thanks for watching.